New Nigeria People's Party has debunked reports that its national leader, Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso, is set to join All Progressive Congress. Speaking to journalists, NNPP National Vice Chairman, Southeast, Prince Nweze Onu, blamed the rumors on social media misinformation and AI mischief, clarifying that Kwankwaso's recent visit to the presidential villa was not politically motivated. However, Kwankwaso's comment after a meeting with President Bola Tinubu, "I might work with Tinubu," has stirred speculation of a possible alliance ahead of the 2027 elections. Despite this, the NNPP maintains that Kwankwaso remains committed to his presidential ambition and has no plans to abandon the party. Onu defended Kwankwaso's continued criticism of Tinubu's administration, describing it as necessary for accountability. He accused the APC of desperation and said their unease was driving unfounded narratives. He reaffirmed that Kwankwaso, a qualified Nigerian, is eligible and prepared to contest in 2027. Chizi, what do you make of this? I mean, the visit of Kwankwaso to President Bola Tinubu in Aso Rock, even though the details of that meeting was never disclosed, but, you know, it stirred speculations, and Kwankwaso has already said that he will work with Tinubu.
I might work with Tinubu.
I might. What does that mean exactly?
Now, you know, I will always excuse myself. I will always have this caveat of saying that I do not speak for them because I don't work with them. But if I look at the character of Nigerian politicians, each time you are seeing this kind of rumor, and there's a denial, not from you, from other quarters, the denial could be that they also want to manipulate you, to see whether you come out openly. Somebody can just stand up and say, no, he cannot do that, or it could also be sent from you, to douse detention. But he said, I might work with Tinubu. What does that mean? He can work with Tinubu coming from his party, and work with Tinubu. It has happened in this country. Anything can happen, working with Tinubu. So for me, if there's anything, I think that there is something closer to him coming to the APC. I'm just sure of that. But that Kwankwaso might run for the 2027 election. If he's going to run for 2027, he's just running as a spoilers game. It's not running for anything. He's just running not to allow, if my pride will not let me go to APC, if I'm not going to be the vice president, if there's anything, let me now run and do the spoilers game. If it happened, I think that's what I can say about that, because if Kwankwaso comes up and say, I'm not entering APC, I'm not. I have seen the party come out to say, we have given Tinubu certain conditions. And if you begin to see the recent happenings around this whole thing, you know that those conditions are beginning to be met. And part of it is to take over the structure of the APC at the state level. So I do not trust, because look at all of those people who finally defected the APC or finally defected to any other political party. Prior to that defection, you will see somebody speaking, no, that's a rumor, that is all of this and all of this. And he has also not denied it. He said, I might work for Tinubu. What does that mean? I'm going to work for Tinubu. So, would he work for Tinubu? If he wants to work for Tinubu and he wants to defect to the APC, fine and good. Maybe the agreement is not yet knitted out, and they're waiting for such an agreement to be knitted out firstly. And again, assuming that Tinubu is going to nominate him as vice president, candidate, assuming that, there's no law that says that you must be the same party with the person. You can go to the professional body and take. So Tinubu can actually nominate him, and then he comes, and then the party collapses in that angle. Anything can happen. What they are thinking is what I do not know. If you look at Ahmadu Sharif, also had come out to say certain things about all of this whole thing. Everybody believes that the presidency should continue with the South. But I can tell you that Kwankwaso is on his way to APC.
Kwankwaso is on his way to APC. And there have been these concerns or rumors that he might be the running mate. Do you see that possibly swaying votes in favor of Tinubu, considering Shetima's side of the north?
Now, let me...
North Central, to a large extent, has been settled with the position of APC national chairman. Now, you now have the side of Shetima and then the side of Kwankwaso. Kwankwaso, to a large extent, his influence is just within Kano State, even though it's very significant because Kano State has the largest vote in the entire country. But how do you see this balance between Shetima side of the north and that of Kwankwaso?
I will shock you that the highest baggage that Jonathan had in 2023 was Shetima. Highest baggage. I can tell you that openly because up until then Shetima wasn't a national person. Shetima was seen from certain religious fanaticism. People saw him from that extreme, and that was the highest baggage he had. And like you said, if you look at Shetima, you would have been talking about a sheriff. If it was a sheriff, and then you would have said, oh no, it's going to have an effect. Shetima is coming in politics. Number matters. Number matters. You know what I mean by that? They all got 12 states. Don't forget. All of them got 12 states. And Tinubu emerged by number. Is that correct? Now, what the constitution demands is not that Tinubu should have more states. No. What the constitution demands is that Tinubu should have 1/3 of the state. I mean, any president, 1/3 of the state plus the highest
FCT.
No.
Plus.
What I mean, yeah, plus FCT is, I wanted to just correct that. When they say the 1/3 of the 36 states plus FCT, it's because FCT is not a state. They are just saying make FCT a state by that listing. That's what they are saying. So, but what I'm saying now is that assuming that you have 1/3 of the states, right, and you have 1/3 of the 1/3 of the state, not that you must win, and then you go to Kano and have 5 million votes, you won. The cumulation,
because the accumulation of that plus the vote of Kano State will give you the boost that you need.
Now bring the whole of the influence of Shetima and his northeast. Don't forget, it's the northeast that will have PDP governors. It's the same northeast that will have Adamawa PDP, right? And that will have Bauchi PDP, Taraba. It's the same north. So, but in the north.
And Shetima is from northeast.
Northeast.
So, but Shetima's vote already has been divided by PDP.
By PDP.
In this state.
In this state. Now, if you also bring up all of the votes of the northeast together versus not the vote of the Kano still winning. So be careful. I say you do plus and minus. I'm not saying that's what they're doing, but I can tell you that. And again, Kwankwaso, whether you like it or yes, Shetima does not have influence outside that his place, but whether you like it or yes, including the south and all of that, Kwankwaso has. Don't forget, Kwankwaso has some,
pockets of structures in these places.
In these places, that they are not just the party; they are Kwankwasia. They are just for Kwankwaso. So that accumulation of that vote is something. It's not. It may not just be reduced to his state, but in his state, that he will give it free and fair, strict. And then bring up that. And for instance, if Kwankwaso was even in the... And
the governor of the state has said that wherever Kwankwaso goes, that's where he
goes.
And where the state will go.
That's where he goes.
And that's where the state will go. And definitely the National Assembly members will want to tilt towards that direction, considering that anybody that goes against Kwankwaso and the governor, to a large extent, your guess is as good as mine what will happen. And it's also very important that considering the long-standing friction between Kwankwaso and Ganduje, who are both from the same state, to a large extent, that will mend, to a large extent, hopefully, that will mend that fence. And when that is done, APC is sealed in Kano State.
It's sealed.
The only way APC can capture Kano State is not through Ganduje, not through the governor, but through Kwankwaso.
Now look at what is going to happen in this election. If they get Kano, see, forget what happened in Lagos last time. If you notice now, the Lagos people have realized themselves, like, look, what are we doing now? So we took it for granted that anything could have happened. In Rivers State, my sister, I am not for Wike, but I can tell you openly, my brother, for now, maybe by tomorrow, we've not had somebody who will beat Wike here. Maybe tomorrow it will happen because, of course, we have timing. But for today, Nobody. All of this ADC, they won't even come for election. These ones that you see here.
You mean the local government election?
I'm even talking about the presidential election. So I'm bringing up people who, these whole people won't even come. Whether you like it or yes, if you like, give Amechi the ticket. The Rivers people of Wike also sees Wike as president. And Wike has performed like a president. He has done something for them. Here. Tinubu will win via Wike. Except Wike, they bring Wike to the other side. For now, maybe tomorrow, there will be a cheesy who has taken over the structure. But for today, it is Wike. This is pragmatic politics. There's nothing you can say. Anybody can come here and say nobody can do this, nobody. Because you know why? What is it that you are even going to campaign against?
Now, if you're looking at that permutation, Rivers State should be the third highest vote. You have Kano State first, then you have Lagos, and then after Lagos, you're looking at Rivers State.
Yes.
So, Lagos State in the presidential election swung to Obi.
Yes.
So we are not looking at Lagos State for now, unless Tinubu will go and replan. But for now, if we take Kwankwaso, if Kwankwaso aligns with Tinubu, we give Kano State to Kwankwaso, and then the FCT minister gives River State to the APC.
And the FCT.
And the FCT. And the FCT as well. And they're considering, give or take, Edo might follow suit. Now, when you look at all these permutations, what do you think Obi can do in this instance?
That is what I'm saying, that as it is.
Because, I mean, he is, for now, he's the clear threat that Tinubu is facing, considering that he's a southerner. Right? If it were a northerner, the zoning thing, faction and sentiment will come in, but Obi is a southerner, and he gave Tinubu a run for his money in 2023. How do you see that panning out for Obi?
Now, see, I told you that part of what happened to Tinubu in 2023, especially in Lagos, was this overconfidence that we have won Lagos from 1990 to today, so Lagos is not an issue.
It's a walkover.
It's a walkover. That's part of what happened to him. And his people were behaving as if, there is this rich mentality. We are the top mentality. Now we get here, so nothing. They weren't digging into that angle. So that thing that happened was an eye opener.
Okay.
It was an eye opener. Now, if you come to the south, I'm bringing Obi. I've told you that Obi has lost the attraction. Obi didn't continue in that way. Just this thing,
He didn't sustain that momentum.
He didn't sustain that momentum.
He didn't use that popularity to build the structure.
What happened is that people knew that part of the reason why Obi performed the way he performed was the lack of structure. And now you are in that structure and you didn't build it. So Obi is now going from Labour to PDP, from PDP to... They will see him from the part of desperation other than that. That's number one. Number two is that as soon as there's an Obi, the North already knows that the popularity of Obi will give Obi 8 years. See, they are not considering your development, all of that. The North would have voted for Obi more in 2023 than today.
Because now they need someone that can go for only 4 years.
Only 4 years.
So the only alternative to give Tinubu a run is Jonathan.
It's Jonathan. I've said it. Tinubu, if not, Tinubu will win Cross River State, Akwa Ibom, River State, Bayelsa, Edo. The South State will go to Tinubu. please.
Then Tinubu will have to drag the North and the Southeast and part of the Southwest with Obi.
Part of the Southwest, and then take Kano and take the North straight, and that's all. That's why they are ready to go to the jugular. They can do this Kwankwaso thing. When people are looking, political experience is not other experiences. They will just take up this thing. So that's what they want to do, because there's a threat from the Northwest sees it as a right to always be. Don't forget, Yellow was from the Northwest. Is that correct? Shagari, Northwest. Is that correct? Abacha, Northwest. Yet Buhari came from the Northwest.
And now the other parts, apart from North Central, which have been settled with the APC national chairman.
The North Central has the national chairman and secretary of the government.
So they are not even, they have never spoken in the light of give us vice presidency or give us presidency. They've never, their own agitation has been around that APC national chairman. Now, to a large extent, the other side of the North now will be at loggerheads with Northwest because they feel it will be their turn to bring the next vice chairman of next vice president of the country, and that's where Kwankwaso becomes more eligible as a choice than Shetima.
I am saying that they are not only, Kano is like the headquarters of the Northwest. That's where the vote is. Now, Kwankwaso also is there. Kwankwaso is somebody who has been there, who understands the northern thing. There. I'm not talking about Northeast. I'm talking about the North Central. Now, there's a difference between having the president and having the vice president. Now to take up that seat, the Northeast, the Northwest is believing right now that they have like the same way the entire North feels about the political office. It's the same way the Northwest feels about other Norths representing them. They don't have somebody, especially now that Buhari is late.
Yeah, right.
It's made the matter worse. So they don't have a leader.
Somebody that will say this is the direction.
Yeah, so now they need a direction. They need a direction. And direction. So that's why you see this man, a politician. I told him that this is the first time a real politician is in power. A kingmaker is a king now. So he understands that kind of. He understands the dynamics. He understands. That's why what he's doing.